Today we have with us Paras Atal, third year BTech CSE undergraduate at SRMKTR, top LinkedIn voice in computer science, research intern at Samsung, content writer, upcoming BNY Mellon intern, and technical member of TEDxSRMIST. So yeah, welcome Paras.
Hello, Rachit. Hello, Sarthak. Uh, it's nice to be here. मैंने सोचा नहीं था कि इतनी जल्दी पॉडकास्ट पे आ रहा हूँ मैं, but yeah, it's nice to be here.
Well, let's start with the basic question. How do you feel to be at the podcast, be at Vartalaap?
I'm absolutely grateful to be here. जैसे मैंने बोला कि podcasts are a good way to spread your messages through the like spread your thoughts within the community. मतलब कॉलेज के स्टूडेंट्स ही कॉलेज के स्टूडेंट्स को बेहतर समझ सकते हैं. और अगर हम देखें तो इन्फ्लुएंसर्स जो बड़े लेवल पे होते हैं दे डेफिनेटली इन्फ्लुएंस, बट एक कॉलेज का बंदा, कॉलेज का भाई आपका जितना आपको अच्छा समझता है, तो दैट इज अ वेरी great initiative by Vartalaap Studios.
So Paras,
Okay.
how your content journey over LinkedIn started?
Okay, so my content journey over LinkedIn started on September last year. So what I thought is was कि LinkedIn is a good platform to share your thoughts, to share what you feel, because people there don't judge you really. They are also quite confused. Everyone is confused in the undergrad degree of their lives. They want someone who is relevant. They want someone who is at the same stage or was at the same stage. So yeah, that is how it inculcated in my mind to start writing content. And I used to love writing when I was in class 7th 8th in my school days. I used to write Hindi shairis that time, but yeah, after that I shifted to content.
So this was a huge switch from Hindi Shayari to direct, different
Yeah.
genre altogether.
Yeah.
So you said like you're writing content on LinkedIn. I've seen your thing. So like, can you explain what are the type of content
Yeah.
you write in LinkedIn so like people in the audience can get to know about it?
Correct. So my primary goal on LinkedIn is to write computer science based content, okay, to influence and to affect my genre people. But when I see LinkedIn, it's not only about one niche. Okay, so if you write content on productivity hack, if you write content on how to not waste your time, okay, if you write content on your personal storytelling is a very good niche nowadays. It's a growing market. People relate to your stories. People engage more to your stories rather than long posts. Okay, so that is these are the 3-4 niches which I explore.
You told about science. So journey as well. Like how
Okay, cool. My computer science journey started after joining college only, because till 12th I was a JEE aspirant, IIT JEE की preparation at Kota.
Hmm.
Okay,
Oh
so
my god.
pretty much no computer science, only maths, physics, and chemistry was in my life. So after I joined college, I got to know things. There is something called GitHub. People are doing things. There are tech stacks which we can learn: web dev, app dev. So my computer science journey started with C++ and web development front end.
Same.
same exactly.
Same.
Everyone,
Yeah.
I think all the majorly computer science students start with that C++ graphs on after saying okay, what can we do after that?
Yeah.
Okay, Paras. Now I would like to dig into this topic, which is something which you and we are doing. How much important it is to give back to the community without thinking about the monetary profits nowadays.
Correct. Really a good point which you mentioned about monetary profit.
Hmm.
Today morning I had a text message of a person asking me ki, what do you get? Do you get anything back?
Exactly. We received this text.
Yeah. Yeah. So I said, bro, networking is a big deal. It gives big time returns in the long run. And if we don't even see the returns for now, what it gives is a sense of satisfaction. Ki, okay, I am existing in this university of which has a capability of 30,000, 40,000 students. People know me that this is the guy we can approach to if we need something, if we want to learn about something, if there is the smallest query also, I am available. So that gives me a sense of satisfaction that I am able to serve the community. And it
Before
also
Rajat,
lays a strong foundation that if so it also lays a strong foundation in your future entrepreneurship journey. Maybe if you want to
yeah,
be an entrepreneur in your future, you know how to build a community, you know what things you should do to gather audience. So that is the big time thing in my head.
I believe apart from it, Paras, not looking up to the networking and the perspective which you give me, this entrepreneurship and
Yeah,
networking. Apart from it, gives a sense of that sense of satisfaction that people are not struggling how we have struggled back then in understanding things. We help them in understanding those things in much shorter span of time, so that the time wastage is prevented, and indeed we make a resource which can be fruitful for the society. So that's what is our perspective when we
correct.
started this podcast. And even in Gita, it's written like, if you cannot serve the community, then your life is waste. Huh, it's not like you are using your
It
Yeah,
money
should be always a
for
give
serving
and
and you're
take
not
thing.
getting anything. Exactly.
yeah,
If you have
um,
taken from the community, you have to give
exactly,
it back to it. So I would like to reshape this
exactly.
question
That's
again.
my point.
I would like to reshape this
Yeah,
question again. Just tell people in your words the importance of giving it to the community, because people nowadays are with the mindset like, we don't give a damn, we just look for ourselves. Okay, we are doing our work, xyz, competitive world, rat race, we'll do our thing and we'll not tell to anyone, and boom.
okay, so I'll answer that way. Okay,
Yeah.
so uh, when I get questions like, why are you doing this? Are you getting paid? Are there any monetary benefits? I always say that thing, no, the only thing which I do this for is that I get a sense of satisfaction that I am giving
Exactly.
back to the world which I am existing in. I don't want my juniors, I don't want my batchmates to struggle the way I did back then. Okay, so if there is a resource available, if there is a person who is publishing those resources for free without any benefits, so there they also have a sense of uh, reliance that okay, we can rely on this guy. Okay,
Exactly.
so yeah, even I read Gita. I have started reading Gita like 7 8 days ago. So there is this thing in Gita that if you don't give back, then there's no point in existing.
Existing, exactly.
Then there's no
That's
point
what
of
I
human existence.
no
Yeah.
point of money. And okay, I'll hand it over to Rachit.
Yeah. Okay. Now we are speaking about content writing. So let me go into deeper. Your niche is like technical content writing, technical blogging. So can you just explain to our audience broadly, in a broad way perspective, like what is technical blogging writing in general? Mainly focusing on the tech part.
Okay, so technical content writing is basically when a company, when a tech company needs publishes a product. Okay, for an example, an academy publishes its courses. It needs a blog. If a person wants to purchase a course, he needs to know what's there in the content. Okay, what the course is serving, how much resourceful it is. So that blog will contain, okay, what are the benefits I will get in this course, what will I get to learn, who are the teachers. So that is how a technical blog is written. The importance of technicality is really missed out. People don't certainly like to read technical blogs as such, but when it's a niche specific thing, technical blogs stand out. For big companies, technical blogs always stand out.
Okay. So relating to this question, I would like to ask you one more thing. How much research is required to write a particular,
Okay,
technical content?
yeah. Okay, so I'll tell this with an example.
Mm,
So I wrote a blog on how does AI chatbot work.
mm,
What is the back end of the chatbot? Okay,
yeah.
so I took a complete 7 day research time. I personally did the research. I personally made a chatbot using LangChain JS, using LLMs, using BERT, using T5. I did the research part of it. I tried it with 3 to 4 architectures. GPT 3.5. I paid $18 to get the API key, and
Wow.
after that I write the technical blog. So that much of research is necessary if you want to actually stand out. Like people can write with just a mere research of 1 hour, but the main thing is if you write with research, it stands out.
Like, since you are also into the field of content, and again, we guys are also into the field of content, though we are much into, vlogging part, and you are into blogging
Hmm.
part. So content is our life, kind of. So yeah, even when we work, we also take out our time, we research about the person, we go into his LinkedIn, we just scramble everything, and then we come up with the topics. So moving on, I would like to ask your views over learn in public and LinkedIn being used as a tool for it. How much importance is learning public and this dimension of LinkedIn where it's teaching you about different things going into the world instead of internship opportunities and instead of achievements and all.
Great question. Uh, this is what I got to hear back in September. Ki bro, LinkedIn is only for finding internships or jobs. Why are you writing there?
Hmm.
What's the use? Like, what are you getting back? And
Hmm.
do you want to be famous? These sort of things. Are you doing a publicity stunt? Okay. But the thing is, learn in public is a way better approach because you get to know the perspective from someone sitting in some corner of the world, and then your brain cells go, boom, okay, this can be done that way also. Okay. When the resources are public, when you are learning in public, there is a community interaction. You can ask questions, they can answer, they can ask you questions. So that is a great approach. Instead of using LinkedIn only for internships and the comment interested and their email IDs, that is that time is gone. LinkedIn is a growing platform, and the content which it's providing, the value which it's adding to our lives
Yeah.
is innumerable. Like it can't be quantified.
I agree to you. And I have a follow up question before Rachit goes on. Don't you write over Twitter? And if you write, then it's cool. Like, if you write, then I would like to ask what's the difference in engagement? And if you don't write, then why you don't write mainly over Twitter?
Okay. See, I have not been writing on Twitter, but I have been following Twitter. Twitter engagement varies than LinkedIn engagement. It works in a
Hmm.
different way. Twitter works on hashtags more hashtags and more
Yeah.
engaging virality
Hmm.
tweets. Okay, but I'm not writing on Twitter right now. The only reason not writing on Twitter is uh, it's my third year. I'm focusing on my placement as well. So for now, LinkedIn and an Instagram page. I've started with an Instagram page as well. So yeah, for that reason only, I'm not writing on Twitter.
Okay, I have a follow-up question before the next question. Because I have seen, I use Twitter, but I'm not like deep into using Twitter. Today morning it was that I saw a post where a guy has completed some LeetCode questions, and I just congratulated him in the comment section.
Yeah,
So the next moment he followed me back, and he after he checked my profile. He was like, "Bro, I'm also from third year. He's somewhere from triple IT, and he want to learn Web3." So
okay,
in my Twitter profile, it was about some Web3 things. So he asked me, and we chatted like a half an hour. That can you send me some resources? I
yeah,
can help you with this, that. So I really think like even Twitter is also a very good opportunity place where you can like, but it's yeah, as you said, it works on hashtags. You have to be like very mindful of using hashtags on what content you're providing to.
no, I
Okay.
absolutely agree to you, Rachit.
Yeah.
Uh, Twitter is a great platform. Twitter has a greater reach than LinkedIn for now because LinkedIn is comparatively new. But yeah, uh, things will take time. But yeah, I'll also come on Twitter. Don't worry.
Okay. Nice. So my following up question was like about data analysis. So now currently
Yeah,
I have seen many seniors were talking about data analysts that if you're doing the basic thing for the placement, even try for data analyst because the companies are providing more package and they're hiring more people for data analyst and it's like a thing that if you learn data analyst you can get an easy job or what. So like, what do you think about
yeah,
data analyst and like future of it? And I think you have this experience, so you can share your experience too.
yeah, absolutely. Correctly said, data analytics job are booming right now. This is because data is everything in this time. Yeah, so obviously the companies are hiring. There are good placements for data analytics role. Uh, Power BI. Okay, Power BI is a great tool. I have explored Power BI, but yeah, there's a lot to learn more in data analytics. But data analytics jobs are everywhere. Like I have seniors in SRM, super seniors in SRM, which gave opening for data analytics internships more than SDE roles.
To ask, are you into field of data analysis? And if you are, then how was your experience in it and the accomplishments and all these things? And how do you feel about it? Yeah.
Okay, so yes, data analytics is a booming field. I am into data analytics. So I am currently doing an internship at Samsung, okay, in which we web scrap the data from various sites, and then we build the data set for the Samsung chatbot which we are building. Okay, so data analytics is important, is widely used because the data is all over spread over the internet, but you need it to be gathered to build a data set and then to work under your ML projects or your chatbots. Okay, so yeah, that is my experience with data analytics, majorly in an internship kind of a thing. Other than that, I have been doing some research on how to how to gather insights from your social media content views, which areas are they hitting, okay, and how to make your content reach a particular audience. Okay, if I want my posts to be targeted in UK, so what I do is I do the data analytics using Power BI, using graphs. Okay, you can build an ML. I have an ML model built for myself, in which I get the insights, which time I post and which areas are they hitting. Accordingly, I schedule my posts. So this is my personal experience. And other than that, if I have worked under an internship, so it has rewarded big time because the accuracy of the chatbot is has been exceptional, and Samsung mentors have been impressed with the chatbot.
Okay, though I kept this question for the later, but now I would like to take it upon. How was your experience at Samsung? How is your experience at Samsung as research
Yeah.
intern?
Yeah. So currently it's the fifth month as a research intern out of the 6 months of the internship. It has been exceptional because there is a Samsung, there are two Samsung mentors, and there is one SRM faculty and a team of 4 members. So the experience has been rich, value adding, and helped me learn new tech stacks. Apart from that, what you get is the industry experience which they bring along. Okay, so what we as students can't think, okay, this prospect has to be taken care of. The documentation should be perfect. The data can't be
Yeah,
leaked. Yeah, those things which will be used in the industry when I get into the industry, or when any junior gets into the industry,
yeah.
they are training us when we are in college. So that is a very good thing.
Like you have said about data analysis, so for our audience, for the people who are going, who wants to start data analyst, can you give a proper roadmap like to follow these kind of steps, and you can be a good data analyst, or you can get a job role or internship role for data analyst.
Intern, yeah.
Okay, for an intern role and in data analytics, being good at NumPy's, Pandas, Matplotlib, knowing how to plot graphs in Python, okay, R language. Other than that, Power BI for making a dashboard, okay. Being good at Microsoft Excel. These are the few requirements in data analytics job. I would be very honest. Data analytics job don't demand high tech skills. They demand accuracy and they demand practice. You should be good at what you are doing. You should have a command on that. That's it.
Yeah. So to like again, one more thing, since you are into the field of technical content writing and all, top computer science voice as well, I would like to ask this question to you. Emergence of AI and opportunities in AI/ML, backed by the government nowadays as well. How do you feel the future? Boon, bane, everything. Just cover it up.
Okay. Uh, Firstly, AI is booming like hell. Okay, so there is no stopping AI for at least 10-15 years. There's no stopping AI, but after a point of time, there will be some limitations, some restrictions to it because it may go out of hands. But for now, it's really booming. There are multiple government hackathons. There was a Rajasthan government hackathon recently held. Yeah, if you know about it, and
Yeah.
SRM students did well also there. Yeah, so AI is booming, and the use of AI is there's AI everywhere. Like Gen AI is Gen AI is what you say. Generative AI. Now you can generate audios of anyone. So that is a negative thing also. Generating using deep learning, deep neural networks and AI, you can do mischievous things as well. So people need to be careful. But yeah, the opportunities which we are getting in AI, ML, OpenCV, NLP, so these are exceptional. There are a lot of internships available on LinkedIn, which are remote jobs. People sitting in US are
Yep.
providing opportunities. So I know a friend of mine who is doing OpenCV internship. He gets paid in dollars, working few hours a day, and the work is so new that Indian students don't even know about it.
Don't even know about
So
it. Yep.
that's really rich.
Yep.
Yeah.
Two follow-up questions. Sorry, Rachit. First question is, in our previous podcast also we have tried to cover this. Views over decentralized AI, and is it something like, okay, I want to clear this myth out. Like, people believe that blockchain has no future when compared to AI, and AI will boom, 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 and blockchain will dip. So I would like to ask you about decentralized AI, blockchain plus AI, and blockchain individually as well. So there are three questions. How do you look up at blockchain and blockchain plus AI? And what are your thoughts about the decentralized AI? So that's how I would like to frame it, and I would like to know your views individually over all this.
Okay, so firstly, what is decentralized AI? Decentralized AI is an approach where two or more AI models are trained on different computers using a decentralized data set, right? So, yeah, decentralized AI is a good uh, thing to do, and it's not like that blockchain does not have future. Blockchain definitely has future. I also get to hear so many things that these blockchain clubs will vanish in some time,
Yes.
and this is a hawa, like this is
Yes.
a myth, this is a bubble.
Hmm.
This will break, this will burst. Yeah. Uh, Honestly speaking, I don't have much experience hands-on with
Hmm.
blockchain, so I would not like to comment anything negative
Hmm.
primarily.
Yep.
And positives I can see. People are earning rich. People are creating a community out of it. Community creation is very, very, very enhancing in blockchain communities. Blockchain people are like doing crazy stuff. So that gives me a thought that I should also try blockchain. So yeah.
Parag, I have a suggestion for you or a request. I had definitely wanted to write a blog over blockchain as well. Covering the aspects, covering the future, definitely. Yeah.
Okay.
Rachit, over to
Definitely.
you.
and and also covering the misconceptions of Web3 and the
Exactly.
blockchain community. Please, there are a lot of
Firstly,
misconceptions
Rachit,
rolling up. Yeah,
because you have because you guys have had multiple podcasts with blockchain guys,
yeah.
I would take an opportunity to know about things which they have said. Okay, I want to know what are the misconceptions which you have heard people from them out. So please share with me that.
The
Uh,
only misconception and the major thing which me and Rachit come across is money. Web3 and blockchain is equals to money. First misconception. Second, it's only meant for 5-10 years, and after that, it's gonna vanish.
it will
So
be
you're wasting
vanish.
your time
No,
if you are
nothing will be
into
existing like Web3.
exactly. And if you're into blockchain
Okay.
development, you're wasting your time. So smart contract development has no future. This is all we got to listen.
Okay, yeah. Keeping all this conversation aside, you said as you are in third year, you're also preparing for replacement and things. So
Correct.
I believe like for preparing the placement, the basic and the most important thing is DSA, data structures and algorithm. To solve questions, to learn DSA properly, you should be like on fingertips. You have to be good at it. So I have a small question about LeetCode. That many people say, I have seen in YouTube, the thumbnails will be like 350 questions plus you on LeetCode, 500 questions plus on LeetCode. You'll get Microsoft, you'll get Google, and all that companies. So what do you think? Like quantity over quality or quality over quantity? What do you think? And say and explain about the LeetCode thing.
I was waiting for this question. Okay, I was waiting for lead code part because there
Yeah,
are so many myths about lead code, so many bubbles created that 500 questions plus is equal to Google, is double
exactly,
equal to Google, talking in C++ terms.
exactly.
But it's not like that. I'll really be honest. LeetCode is a great platform if you want to get into a top fan company. Okay, because all they ask is BSA, object oriented programming, that is OOPS, operating systems, that is OS, database management systems, that is DBMS, and computer networks. These 5 subjects, only these 5 subjects, and you are into a top fan company. They don't care about your development part. They will train you upon that, because if they know that this guy is clearing 6 rounds of interviews of such concepts like DP,
Yeah,
tries. Okay, these are some topics which not everyone is,
exactly.
yeah, not everyone is able to catch up in an interview situation, like 45 minutes and you need to solve a DP question. No. Uh, so they will train you upon the development part. If you talk about LeetCode, quality over quantity has to be the priority,
Exactly.
and being honest with yourself. It is a free platform. There are solutions available. You can paste, you can get the badges, you can get the numbers. What's the use, bro?
Paras, what's the issue is, for example, you and Rachit are doing lead code. Rachit
Yeah,
solves 100 problems, and you are at 90. Now
yeah,
this becomes a question of quantity and competence.
yeah,
Now you won't see the quality. Now your goal will be, I have to do 10 problems at all. So this makes quantity over quality. So I would like you to elaborate over this, like what students should not do in the sense of competitiveness.
definitely. uh, Firstly, finding 2 to 3 good friends who really want to learn, okay, who really are interested in learning, not numbers, is really important. I have 2 friends of mine
Yeah.
who are, we two, like me and he, two
Mm.
friends. Okay, what we do is we never focus on the numbers. We only focus on learning. While
Yeah.
we are sitting in a class, and teacher is not, the faculty is not there, we discuss. Okay, there was this question which I solved 1 week ago, so got stuck there. Did you solve it? So that is the right approach. Running behind 90 to 100, making a LinkedIn post that I completed 100 questions,
Mm.
that is really wrong. You can
Uh,
complete the 100 questions after 3 to 4 days as well. Take your time.
exactly. Exactly.
Yeah,
There was a thing happening. There is one of my juniors, and I wouldn't mention the name, but what was happening was he and the other guy together, same club, same domain, competing,
yeah,
and he started noticing that whatever problem he was doing, the other guy was doing the same, and then the other guy started acing ahead a bit. That pinched his self-respect kind of thing, and he was like, now I have to solve 10. Then I told him, instead of sense of competitiveness is good till the point it pushes you to do work, but it's
correct.
not good when you start doing work thinking that okay, he's doing that and I have also to do that and all that, so that doesn't
Yeah,
make sense, that's all waste. So yeah.
yeah.
So
So
moving. Yeah. Okay, go on, Paras.
yeah, I'd like to add this. There's an option. You can open anyone's account, not account, like you can see what questions they have done, 10 to 12 questions, and the profile, correct? And what happens is that we, this guy has done this question, I'll also do that. And then there's no use of having a sense of competitiveness which leads you to decreasing value, decreasing adding
Exactly.
value. You're not learning. Yeah. So what you can do is take things slow, uh, practice questions according to your level. Okay, if you are doing arrays and the guy has done graph, don't switch. What's the use? You are following a sequence. I personally share a sequence. I personally share a resource material created by myself.
Yeah.
There's a sequence: array, string, linked list, queues, stack. Then the guys and the juniors who follow that, they keep sharing updates. And I have seen that some people have left this sense of competitiveness, which is really good, because they say that Bhaiya, there's no use of now, there's no time, because fifth
Exactly.
semester internships will come. So there's no time to show off that I have done 500 questions. There's
Yeah.
time to learn.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah,
They realize this lately, and
lately,
that's
correct.
when sometimes in this case what happens is you don't have enough time when you realize this, and you're like,
Yeah,
now we
correct.
are gone. So also one more thing where you talked about this productivity, I guess you mentioned somewhere. We also
Yeah,
launched this thing because nowadays productivity is the main thing. People work 3 days and after fourth day they are like, okay, we have already worked 3 days. Why? Me and my team last year launched this program, 30 days of productivity, which worked like an Snapchat streak. You have to work 30 days. You have to post a
yeah,
daily Excel sheet. Like you have to tweet. You have to tweet. You have
got
to
it,
work
got it.
whatever you did that day. At the end of the day, you have to. tweet and you have to put it in the link. Those who will not do that will be kicked out of the club.
Okay.
And you
Okay.
have only 3 chances. Like you can break
Okay.
the streak thrice, but you have to recompensate it on the Sundays. Sunday you can take a
Got
day off,
it.
but you
Okay.
can recompensate. For example, Tuesday you got an emergency, you can compensate on Sunday.
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 And
Hmm.
it worked like hell. Whole SRM Ramapuram then started working on, and everyone started taking it. And that month was February last year, February and March. Boom! Like it was launched into 2 phases, and it was great success. So yeah,
Kudos, bro.
and, yeah. And moving on to the next, leave that. Now I would like to ask you the key question: etiquette approach towards solving lead code problems, and how much the word consistency matters.
Sure. Definitely.
Yep.
You see a smile on my face because adequate approach is the key to solve the problem. Typing on the IDE is not the thing. You see a question. What is the adequate approach, which I learned from my seniors, from SRM, and from other colleges as well. Okay, like I built a network. I talked to them, IITians and IITians. So that is how I learned. So what I do is I read a question, I reread a question, I read the constraints because the edge cases fail if you don't read the constraints. Okay, in a top company, edge cases are the ones which don't let you get into the final
Yep.
selection.
Yep.
So read the constraints very carefully, then take a pen and paper, write a rough algorithm in Hindi, in English, in whatever form you feel good. Okay, अच्छा array लेना है, ये for loop लगाना है, ये if condition है. This
Yep.
is the approach.
Mm.
I'm being very not professional in terms of this because everyone has their
Mm.
own approach.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, whatever language you follow, the thing is you should have that concept in your head before starting typing. The typing is only of 2 to 3 minutes
Yeah.
merely.
You have to
Yeah.
Because
question,
once
so
it's
I have this.
yeah.
I take the paper and pen and I just write in the code. I just write a rough code. I
Exactly.
just do one step. I like, okay, this will happen, this will happen, this will happen. Okay, then if I go to the laptop, then when code, mostly we'll have only the syntax mistakes. Like I didn't keep the
Correct.
semicolon or this for loop is not closed. Yeah, that will be only the logic will be 100% right.
The
Correct.
thing is, once it's
So
clear on
yeah.
paper, once it's clear in your mind, then it doesn't take much time to write it down. So key is
Yeah.
here.
So what is data structures? Data structures is visualization. Okay, how you visualize the data structure. If there is a linked list, if there is a graph, if you visualize it on paper, if you draw it on paper, half of the thing is done.
Exactly.
Only the syntax error, as Rachit said.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Continuing with one more question. So you have been into a podcast now, and before that you have been into a TEDx talk. So I feel even TEDx talk matters me because I am a person, I watch podcasts and watch TEDx talks, and because even TEDx, like I think it's like there'll be a time constraint. In that time constraint, you have to explain everything what you've done in your life. So you have been into TEDx, the TEDx SRMIST. So like, what do you feel and how was your experience for that?
Okay, so I would like to clarify. I was the part of the technical
Yep.
team of TEDxSRMIST.
Okay.
I didn't give a TED talk. We
Yeah.
invite speakers. Yeah, we invite
No.
speakers. But yeah, it was a great experience because being on events, learning from the best of the best, the TEDx seniors were amazing. One senior is in CERN, Switzerland, CERN internship, Switzerland. She introduced me to the world of web development,
Yep.
and one senior is has multiple offers which the companies I can't take the name because he has restrictions. But yeah, he is doing absolutely super because he's one of the top SRM seniors. If we see the list, he has so vast knowledge in tech stack. So being in a technical environment is really important, and catching up with seniors, catching up with batchmates, being in the TED environment was superb experience. Superb, because there were other domains as well, creativity, finance, other domains as well, as like every clubs have to. So how to approach the TEDx speakers, how to bring them on the table, what are the finances, how do you manage club events. Those were absolute learning experiences.
Great. I would like to move on. I would like to ask you about BNY Mellon interview experience. How was it as an intern, per your point of
Yeah.
view, and Janvi also came across on our podcast, and she also got placed into the same company.
Yeah.
So we asked her about that as well.
Yeah.
Now we would like to ask you,
Yeah.
like, explain in brief how was the
Okay.
process from start to top.
Okay. I'll explain in a brief way because I have had one interview about that. But yeah,
Yeah.
I'll explain all the 3 rounds in one go only, from the starting to the end. So yeah. So the starting was you apply a Google form, and there were 1834 students, if I'm not wrong, who gave the coding round. Okay. There were four questions, online coding round at home, 4 questions, 2 of DP, 1 of graph, 1 of array. One was simple and 3 were hard level questions. Yeah. After that, I solved 300% correct, and one was 7 out of 11 test cases, and I got an interview call. Out of 46, out of 1834, 46 students got an interview call. Okay. So the first round of interview was where object oriented programming, and my resume was fully focused. I would like to again mention what topics they asked on object oriented programming, because people search what do they ask. Yeah. The firstly he started with 4 pillars of object oriented programming. That is a very basic question. After that, he jumped to virtual function and friend functions and asked me to write a code on virtual function. Take an example and write a virtual function code, and I was able to write that. And after that, he talked about my resume, talked about my projects, in which there was a project, object detection using NVIDIA Jetson Nano. So I built that project. So that was highly focused on. After that, there was a second round of interview, which was solely focused on DSA. Starting from arrays and linked list, he quickly jumped upon graph and asked me breadth first search traversal, and asked me to write a code on breadth first search traversal on a graph. So you use what data structure do you use and everything, and write a code on the paper. Okay, and again that second interviewer also looked upon my resume and asked resume questions. How did you build this project? He opened my GitHub, like he opened the code. What's the use of include math.h? Okay, what's the use of random function? All of those questions from the code. Okay, third round was managerial plus tech, uh, in which he asked me some tricky questions related to managerial only. That why do you want to take placements and not masters?
Yeah.
Okay, some tricky questions. Yeah. And
They trick
there
you
was
over there. They trick you over there by asking
they
you,
trick.
okay, what are your future plans, and then they drop you out if you say you have to go for the masters and all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was it.
Okay. Also, Paras, now I would like to. Yeah. Okay, Rachit. Okay, I would like to ask Paras about college life from first year to third. The learning curve. When was when you started things? When did you started the projects? And you also explain what's the educate time to start projects, skills over internships. This is the topic which I have been talking in the previous podcast as well. So
Yeah.
just answer us with all of them.
Absolutely. Sure.
Yeah.
So I'll talk about my learning curve. Okay. It's still a curve which is going up. Okay, so I'll talk
Yeah.
about my learning curve, and then I'll talk about skill over internship, because that is also a very vast topic. Okay, I'll address that. So my learning curve started from second semester, because first semester was online, so I didn't really pay that much attention into tech stacks. Okay, so second semester I started with C++. I focused on Code Chef over LeetCode, because Code Chef laid a strong foundation. Code Chef laid a strong foundation, and I started with web dev, HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, not React, in second semester. Yeah, only till JavaScript, and built some projects in first year, like a to-do list or a timer, kind of sort of things, to get hands-on. Okay.
Mhm.
In my second year, I switched to AIML, not AI, ML, ML and OpenCV and NLP. Okay,
Mhm.
so I did an NPTEL course for AIML. I did
Yeah.
a Coursera course, Andrew NG, for AIML. Okay, after that, I learned Flutter, because there was an in-house project for SRM faculty to build a SRM faculty attendance app. For that, I learned
Yeah.
Flutter. Yeah, we built that app, and it's there. They are using it. Uh, After that, I switched to DSA in my fourth semester because I got to know that fifth semester there are internships and they need DSA. Okay, in a college third semester DSA is covered, so the
Yeah.
basics were clear in the college itself, CTs and NSIM. But hands-on coding started from fourth
Hmm.
semester and fourth semester break, the 2 months break which we get after fourth
Yeah.
semester. Hands-on things started there. So there I covered DSA as well. In my fifth semester, I joined Samsung as a research intern, and there I learned LLMs, large language models,
Yeah.
and LangChain JS. So this has been my learning curve till now.
feel like you're looking for the placement also. So, can you suggest a good roadmap for the students who are like generally looking for placement? They are not into higher studies or they're not into other things. They want the college placement. So, can you suggest a roadmap? Like you have learned all the development, DSA, and all the things. So, how you will suggest like first year what they have to do, second year, third year, and the fourth year in placement?
Okay, sure. So most important thing in the first year is to develop programming concept. How do
Yeah.
loops run? What is switch case? What is while
Uh,
loop? Okay, for that I would suggest CodeChef. That is my first suggestion for first sem students. Go on CodeChef, solve whatever level questions you want. There are ratings if you have used. Yeah. So solve CodeChef. Start with HTML, CSS, and don't drop HTML, CSS and say that you have done web development. That is a very big myth. People do HTML, CSS and call themselves front end web developer. At least touch JavaScript in the first year, second semester. Okay. And if you are aiming for placements, be thorough with your college studies, be thorough with your
yeah.
CGPA. That is very important.
Yeah.
Okay.
CGPA.
And
CGPA again. I would like to talk to you about a bit more over CGPA.
yeah. So first I complete the roadmap part and then I'll
Great.
talk about CGPA. Yeah.
Sure.
So yeah, if you are interested in maths and numbers, you can go for ML. Okay, I suggest this to juniors. I went for ML. I didn't go for web because the designing and UI UX is not my thing. Okay, so you can go for ML, learn the basic algorithms, linear regression, logistic regression, supervised, unsupervised, all the algorithms, SVMs, naive Bayes, random forest. There are so many things, so many algorithms which even if you know now, the interviewer is impressed. Okay, this guy knows his things. Whatever he is doing, he knows that. Okay, and after that, focus on core subjects: OS, OOPS, DSA.
Okay, great. Now I have one more question. Uh, Again, challenges in the field of content writing, and how have you managed to produce such an impactful content in such a short span of time? I would say.
Okay. Challenges in the field of content. There are a lot of challenges in the field of content writing because what happens is in the initial days you don't get reach. Okay, you feel demotivated that no, I put 1.5 hour writing this post, formatting how this post should look on LinkedIn, and then I get 10 likes. So this is the biggest challenge which I get a lot of DMs also, that bro, I don't feel like writing anymore because it's not reaching people. But how do you overcome that is you add value to someone else's content. It's kind of sad to say, but it's a give and take situation. In at least in the initial days, it's a give and take situation. So go add value to people's content selflessly. Don't expect that they will add value to your posts as well. Go comment insightful comments, like stand out in a comment section, add value to the posts. Okay, they have written a long post, you add one more pointer. So that's value addition. That is how you stand out. I personally conduct meets as well. I conduct top meet
Yeah.
calls as well. Yeah,
Hmm.
where I teach 0 to 100 LinkedIn. Not teach, but yeah, I'm not someone to teach till now. I'm also learning, but yeah, I help beginners.
Got it. Great.
Like give an advice for three kind of people: for the CSC undergrad, for content writing, and even for like what these technical people who are going into the tech field. So like give the piece of advice for them. That one piece of advice like they have to follow, so they'll be like, happy and they will work easily.
Yep.
Yeah. So one piece of advice would be that be engaged. After you come from college, do something productive.
Exactly. Exactly.
Okay, yeah. Put efforts, take efforts in your first and second year. You reap benefits in your third and fourth year, right?
Exactly.
If you want to enter content writing, do the research, have and make a mindset that you it's okay. People will judge. People will say that I usually got called in October, November. Arey, this is the Linden wala. This is the Linden wala guy. But
Yeah.
now people call me, Arey, hi Paras, I read your LinkedIn post. Hi, it's nice to meet you. So that is the change. Okay, you need to start. You need to perceive. You need to be there. Perseverance is the key. So that is my advice for juniors.
Uh, I would like to agree to these three advices. Yep.
Yeah. One more thing, Rachit and Sarthak, skills over internship part hasn't been addressed by me. So would you like me to tell about that? Because I've been getting a lot of messages that, bro, I want internship in my first semester only. But bro, you don't have skills.
The most thing matters in than internship. Well,
Yeah,
this is my perspective because like our main goal is to get placed. Like for me, basically my main goal is to get placed. So like I will focus on my as you said the data structure, the core
yeah,
subjects of computer science and that. So my skill matters there. I'll do my development and I'll improve my development skills more. That
yeah,
is my goal. So if I'm scaled up at a good age, for example, in my first age, I was very skilled up in my web development part. Then I can go into my internships in second and third. That increases my experience and my the experience how a company works. So I can work in like that. So that helps me. That even gains my skills more. But until
correct,
you have skills, you should not apply for internship. It will be a time waste for you and for time waste for the person who are hiring you because they
yeah,
think okay, you have a little bit of skill, then you will be like, no, I don't have skill. I just want to learn. I want to get experience. So it's a waste of time for both.
To
correct.
all what both of
Time
you
and
said.
motivational
Yeah.
time and motivation waste of yourself. What happens is
Exactly.
you apply and then you don't get shortlisted, or if even if you get, then you get kicked out because you don't know
Exactly.
things. Okay, and after that you feel like it's not my industry. Tech is not my industry. I'm not a CSE guy.
Exactly.
It's not like that.
Yep.
Learn things first.
Hey, I believe I have a say on this topic. If you have skills, then you'll never beg for anything, And people say
Exactly,
like, okay, unemployment is increasing and all that. It's because of lack of skill. The one who
exactly,
has skills,
100%,
the one who has skills will get employed at any case, off,
hundred
on,
percent,
whatever.
100%.
Okay, sooner, later, off, on, whatever, will get employed. And the
Right,
one not with skills have nothing. So it's not like for the sake of resume you're putting in an internship, but again, there you did nothing. When they ask you about okay, what you did over there, and you are like blank. So better even if you don't get any internships and you go straight into the placement, but you have skills, you will be able to make it. It's not a
correct,
point of
100%.
disappointment. It's not a point of disappointment that okay, I am in my third year or I am in my fourth year and I haven't done any internship. My resume is blank. But on the other side, if you have projects and you have a
Right,
knowledge of things, nothing matters. So yeah,
right.
with this, yeah,
Yeah, this message I would like to convey to my batchmates, to my colleagues
hmm,
who are looking for internships. But it's okay because the SRM crowd is, the number is too big. Okay, I'll be very
great, yeah,
frank, the numbers are too big and the internship opportunities are very small,
very
very
small.
less in number. So it's okay, guys. I have been telling this personally as well to my friends that don't get disheartened. Keep your focus
Same,
on skill. Yeah,
yep,
and you
same,
will do wonders in life.
same, exactly. Here opportunities are there, but number of people are also subsequently high. So it becomes tough. So with this,
Yeah,
Paras, it was a great session. We talked about everything from data analysis to lead code to Samsung experience to content writing. Great to have you there. And of course, I hope this podcast, leads to make people work more when they listen about us, three of us, talking about productivity, talking about things. So I believe this brings change. And even if it doesn't, somewhere or the other, even if it helps a single guy, it's gonna be a huge thing for us. So thanks a lot, Paras. Thanks for coming and thanks for joining us.
thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much for having me here. It's absolutely pleasure to be here and have the same mindset of community building and giving it back to the community. So I think we are on the same page and looking forward to like having more interactions, having more things, bigger things in life.
Great. Thank you, Paras.
And
Thank you.
Sarthak and Rachit, I would like to end this for my college juniors and my
Sure.
batchmates
Sure.
who are facing issues कि मतलब they are not able to focus. Why? Because दिल टूट गया एक बार. So
Exactly.
टूटे हुए खिलौनों से हम एक ही बार खेलते हैं, टूटे हुए खिलौनों से हम वापस नहीं खेलते. तो छोड़ दो उसे, आगे बढ़ो.
This will help our college
You
people
need
as well.
to close the podcast.
Greatest
This
advice.
was the podcast.
Greatest
I
advice.
think this will be our first promo reel.
Correct.
This will now, guys. Just after you want some motivation, just go to Vartalaap, see the podcast. You will get the whole amount of motivation here.
Wait till the end.
चलो.
Great. Thank you, Paras.
Thank
Thank you.
you so much,
guys.
Bhaiya.
Thank you.